Well, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining me on this another adventure of the Trike Diaries. And periodically, I'll come in and do a little voiceover for you, and you may see a few things on the screen too, just to kind of give you a little bit of information as to what the day is like, some statistics, etc. Anyway, this will be almost an hour-long ride, and I hope you enjoy. So the plan today is to ride out to a place where I can start heading north into the headwind. The headwind's about 21 miles an hour this good day, and it's gusting a little higher than that, so it'll be a little bit of a slow ride out north, and then halfway out I'll ride the winds back, and that'll make for a very pleasant return on this particular journey. as I'm riding along here, I'm thinking about how smoothly the trike is shifting from gear to gear and how I actually got it to be that way. I didn't take it to the bike shop. I did it myself. I actually tuned my own gears. Well, not by myself. Actually, I used the Chat GPT AI. I was actually able to take pictures of what I was doing. I would submit pictures to the Chat GPT. I would ask questions. It would give me, basically, it would look at the pictures and it could tell me exactly what I needed to do next. It gave me simple step-by-steps of what to do. And within about 30 minutes, I had my trike completely tuned, just as if I had taken it to the bike shop. I've never been able to do that before. And you know, when it comes to AI, there are definitely some good things that you can glean from it. I know that there's definitely some bad things that we're concerned about. But man, when it comes to things like tuning your bike, incredible. I didn't have to take it to the shop. I didn't have to pay the cost of getting it tuned. And man, if I can do that every time, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Fun little downhill stretch here. Really get going, and the traffic's not super heavy, so I can time it just so I can get through this circle. And then there's a really nice multi-use trail here that I'm going to take advantage of. I'd love to mitigate risk as much as possible. I do find that people see me better on the trike than they ever saw me on a diamond frame or two-wheel recumbent bicycle. I don't know if they think that I'm handicapped or disabled, but if it gives me an advantage to being out on the road, I'll take it. a little bit about the reasoning as to why I have a trike in the first place. And when I say trike, this is the kind of trike that you've probably noticed already. There's two wheels on the front, and there's one large wheel on the back. It's a 220s on the front and one 700C by 28 on the back. Anyway, there's a very comfortable reclining seat on this trike. You're in a very comfortable position, and if you're used to riding a diamond frame bicycle, you are developing a completely new set of muscles. I will say a completely new set. There's a lot of different muscles that you're going to be using when you're laying down as opposed to when you're standing up on your on the typical bicycle. And it takes a little bit of time to develop those muscles so that you begin to feel very comfortable and begin to gain speed and distance. And indeed you do over time. This is a 2019 ICE VTX trike. I got this trike after I'd had a couple of pretty bad crashes on a cruise bike, Vendetta or V20, and I was, I'm getting at that point. I'm approaching my 60th year. I'm in my late 50s, and I'm not really interested in having lots of crashes. And if I get a flat on the front of the cruise bike, at least for me, I'm not able to control where it goes, and I'm going down. And as I get older, I'm concerned about that issue. Not to mention the fact that I also am on the Recumbent bicycles because of benign prostate hyperplasia, or BPH. And so getting on a small bicycle seat like you see on typical road bikes or diamond frame bikes becomes a little bit more difficult for people with BPH. So I've been riding recumbents now for since 2008, I think. Anyway, I'm not going to go through all that litany of everything, but so I moved over to this trike. I was introduced to it by a guy named Joe, a friend of mine who also has a bike, or rather a trike like mine. His is a little bit more, he has a lot more technology on it than I do. But he introduced me to this and let me ride his, and I thought, man, this is the answer. I'm gonna be on this thing, and it's gonna be pretty much impossible to have a crash unless somebody runs into me with a car or something. And that has been pretty much the truth. When I had this thing, the very first week, I was out on it and I was riding every day. And the first week, I went around a corner too fast. I think I was going like 20 miles an hour, and I took a 90-degree sharp turn over a bridge, and I flipped it and went right into the bridge. Really bad crash. No broken bones or anything, but definitely got some bruises. And after that, it was okay. I got to learn how to take my turns. I've got to learn how to ride this thing properly. And I have not crashed since. So from 2019 till here we are in early 2026, 0 crashes and a lot of miles, over 15,000 miles that I've put on it easy. And I've had to replace the components on it twice since I've owned it. So it's the original frame. It's been an excellent recumbent trike. It's very low slung, and it's also very fast. Of course, it's very fast because it's low to the ground, and it's you can pedal as fast as you are physically able, and you can definitely keep up with the roadies out there, or better. I'm not saying that you can ride faster than the best of the roadies out there, but I mean, you can get pretty fast on these things. I have, however, been slowing up as I've been getting older, much to my chagrin. I'm just a few days away from turning 65 now, and I definitely noticed that as I'm getting older, in my 60s, my stamina, my recovery time, my speed, all those things are declining. And so I'm doing everything I can to keep maintaining the best I can, because I have been completely addicted to riding this bike. It's a lot of fun. I call it a bike sometimes out of habit, but completely addicted to it. It's a lot of fun. It's very comfortable to ride, and I get plenty of exercise on it. I've taken it to a number of t-shirt rides, Hotter Than Hell 100, where I did the 100K, which is about 61 miles or so. That's the farthest I've ridden this thing. That's actually the furthest I've ever ridden anything, as far as bicycles and trikes go. But I've also lost 40 pounds in the last almost, coming up on a little over 6 years. So it's been extremely good for my health. I've been to the cardiologist a couple of times with a little electrical issues where they had to check me out, and everything checked out fine. They checked out my heart and everything, and they said it's phenomenal. And I think if I had not been riding as much as I have been, they may not have had the same report for me. But anyway, I couldn't recommend this thing more. The ICE VTX is an incredibly fun trike. They're not cheap, and I'm not a rich man. I actually inherited a little bit from my father when he passed away, and I used a lot of that to get into this particular sport, or I wouldn't have been able to afford it myself. There's not just, I mean, there's also other recumbent trikes out there that are more affordable than this one, and that are very close to being just as fast, some actually faster. There's more technology out there. There's all different styles of recumbent trikes out there. Anyway, there's that. I thought I'd share a little bit about that. And I'm not plugging for ICE or anything, because I'm not getting any compensation for them at all. It's just this is something that I've enjoyed. Just thought I would share the benefits of what I've received since riding this particular recumbent trike.
Does that go through up there? It won't go. It won't go. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
being low slung on this trike like I am, it's amazing the difference that I can feel here. I was feeling a lot of resistance at 21 miles per hour with some gusts just over that coming out of the north as I was headed north, and then I made the U-turn and started going south with the wind, and having that 21 mile an hour wind with occasional gusts behind me, oh my goodness, it's like night and day. Love it. It was worth all the work. So a lot of people ask if I wear a helmet, and I do. Do I fall over as easy? Do I really need it, for crashes? Well, yeah, I think so. Only reason that I wear it, though, specifically is for visibility. I have flashers on my helmet, and those are near the highest point on my bike, which is my head. My head is sitting up higher than anything else in the whole configured array, and so when people drive by, they're going to see my head, my helmet flashing, and the two flashers on my trike that I have down lower as well. So for that reason, that gives me a lot of visibility. if anyone's curious about this particular model of trike, I will be doing some videos in the future, whether it's specifics about different parts or components, wheels, tires, bearings, chain, maintenance, things that I do in the future. I may do some videos on those different aspects of this particular trike. And also, just to mention this, when my wife and I went to the United Kingdom a few years ago, we were able to visit the factory where they actually build this trike and all their other line of trikes in Falmouth, in the United Kingdom, and stayed there. And we got a tour of the factory. It's not a huge factory, but it's a very well run one, and got to see the process of how they do various stages of assembly, painting, all that jazz. And it was very cool. And before I left, I got to speak with one of the guys there that handles promotion, and he wanted to know my size of shirt, and he got me an ICE jersey, which was really cool. I got to take that home as a souvenir, and if I do any t-shirt rides, I like to wear that just to show my support for this particular company. And anyway, just thought I'd make mention of that. Thank you again for joining me on this little 16.3 mile slow roll. And if you'd like to see more of this kind of content, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that little notification bell so that you get my next dropped video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the road.